If you've ever sat in front of your Shopify dashboard and wondered why your add to cart numbers are high but your sales are flat, especially on your most expensive items, this video is for you. Hi, I'm Dorit Palmanov, co-founder of Shop Innovator. Our team has spent the past 2 decades studying a very specific type of online shopper, the high-ticket shopper. When a customer looks at a $50 gadget, they are looking for a reason to say yes, because it's an impulse, it's a dopamine hit. But when that same customer is looking at a $5,000 sauna or $14,000 gym equipment on your site, their brain switches modes. They stop looking for a reason to say yes, and they start hunting for a reason to say no. Today, I'll explain the psychology of a $5,000 sale and the 4 psychological shifts you have to include on your website in order to help people feel safer buying expensive items that they've never seen in person from you. By the end of this video, you will know exactly how to transform your site from a place people browse to a place where people invest. Let's get started. So psychological shift number 1, move from selling to de-risking. The first thing you have to understand is that for your customer, a $5,000 click isn't just a purchase, it's a massive risk. There is fascinating neuromarketing research that shows that human brain actually processes the loss of a large sum of money in the same neural pathways as a physical pain. So when someone looks at a high price tag, their amygdala, the fear center of the brain, lights up. And to protect themselves from this pain, your customer enters a state of hypervigilance. In this state, they aren't looking for reasons to love you. They are looking for reasons to leave you. They're hunting for red flags. A typo, a blurry photo, a vague return policy, to justify closing the tab and keeping their money safe. Think about this in terms of your physical showroom. A customer walks in, they're quiet, they're looking at the price tags with a bit of a squint. They aren't being rude, they're just being protective. And as a seasoned salesperson, you know that if you jump on them immediately, they will feel cornered and run away. So what do? You de-risk the room. You ask about their project. You let them feel the weight of the materials. You offer them a coffee. You use human connection and sensory evidence to lower their heart rate. But online, your website is a cold silence interface. It has to do all that heavy lifting without you there to shake their hand in person. Let's look at a real example. Let's say you're selling custom stone fire pits. If a customer is looking at a $4,000 hand-cast concrete fire pit, their primary fear isn't, will it hold a fire? They know it makes fire. The real fears are logistical and structural. They're thinking, is this concrete going to crack after one harsh winter? Is the burner going to whistle or rattle? Or how on earth am I going to get the 700-pound object from the curb into my sunken patio? If your website only shows a beautiful stage photo of a family roasting marshmallows at sunset, you haven't de-risked anything. You've only shown the after photo. To close a high-ticket sale, you have to show the during and the how. To de-risk this purchase, you need 3 specific layers of proof. First, overcome touch blindness. Since they cannot run their hand over the concrete, you need macro video. Don't just say concrete. Show a close-up of the glass fiber reinforced finished. Explain the chemistry, why it's engineered specifically not to crack under extreme temperature shifts. You are replacing their touch with your expertise. Next, show the heart of the product. Show the parts they cannot see from a distance, like the brass burner. Explain why brass doesn't rust or corrode compared to the cheap stainless steel found in big box stores. You're moving them from spending money to investing in a legacy piece. And finally, solve the logistical nightmare. This is where most high-ticket sales die a quiet death. Show a video of the delivery. Show the liftgate truck. Show the heavy-duty protective crating. When you show exactly how that 700-pound item arrives, you remove the logistical fear that was keeping their credit card in their pocket. This leads us to the second psychological shift, the need for logical alibis. You see, in high-ticket e-commerce, you aren't just selling to the person on the screen. You're often selling to the invisible buyer, the spouse, the business partner, or the accountant. Your customer might be emotionally sold on the $14,000 speakers because they love music, but they can't go to their spouse and say, "I bought these because they made me feel good." They need a logical alibi. They need to be able to say, "I bought these because they use a patented beryllium tweeter that lasts 30 years and has a higher resale value than any other brand." Take a look at your product page right now. Are you giving them those alibis? Here's a common mistake I see all the time. Many brands try to keep their pages clean and minimalistic. But for a $5,000 item, minimalism is your enemy. You need technical depth. You need the specs tab that lists every nut and bolt, and you need to explain the origin of the materials. When you provide that level of detail, you aren't being boring. You are giving your customers the ammunition that they need to defend their decision to spend a lot of money with you. Finally, we have to address psychological shift number 3. And that's a hurdle that kills more high-ticket sales than price ever will. It's what I call the implementation gap. You see, when a customer looks at a luxury modular outdoor sectional, they aren't just thinking about the product. They're mentally trying to install it into their life. And that is where the anxiety spikes. In low-ticket world, there is no implementation gap. If I buy a $50 throw pillow, I know exactly what to do with it. The risk is zero. But when I'm looking at a $12,000 modular seating system, a buy now button feels like a trap. I'm thinking, is this oversized sofa actually going to fit on my deck without blocking the stairs? Are these cushions going to blow away in a storm? Will this teak wood turn gray in 6 months? And am I going to spend my entire weekend sanding it? This is the implementation gap. The space between buying the product and actually enjoying it. If your website only sells the product, you are leaving the process up to their imagination. And trust me, a customer's imagination always defaults to the worst-case scenario. And to bridge that gap, your website must stop acting like a catalog and start acting like a project consultant. Here's how to do that on Shopify. Number 1, the space layout guide. Don't just list dimensions in a tiny font. Use a graphic that shows the sectional next to common objects, like a standard sliding glass door. When you help the customer visualize the physical footprint, you move them from anxiety to planning. Number 2, address the maintenance fear. Show a video of how the fabric handles a spill. Show exactly how to apply teak oil. When you give them a maintenance plan, you are selling a legacy piece, not a future chore. Number 3, the virtual layout consult. Right next to your checkout button, offer a 15-minute call where they can send you a photo of their patio and you can confirm the fit. Tell them, we'll make sure this works for your lifestyle before we ship it. At Shop Innovator, we don't just build e-commerce websites. We build trust environments. We respect the intelligence of your buyers, and we account for the very real anxiety that comes with a 5-figure investment or more. So your action task for this week is simple. Go to your site and look at your highest priced items and ask yourself, if I were spending my own $5,000 here, would I feel protected or would I feel alone? Does the page give me a logical alibi to tell my partner, or does it just look pretty? And if you're tired of seeing high-value carts abandoned and you're ready to turn your website into a trust-building machine, I want to help you bridge that gap. I'm opening up a limited number of spots for a free website audit. But I want to be very clear. This isn't an automated AI report or a generic checklist. We personally sit down and walk through your store, identifying exactly where your risk gaps are and how to bridge them based on our 20 years of experience. But because of the depth we go to with these audits, we can only commit to 2 per week. Our time is focused on Shopify stores that sell inexpensive products on the internet in the home and garden space. Businesses that have real quality but need their website to catch up to their showroom. If you're ready for a serious strategic look at your website, please click the link below and apply. And if we're fit, I look forward to showing you the roadmap to turn your store into a high-ticket revenue machine. I share videos like these weekly, so make sure to like and subscribe to our channel so you'll be notified when a new video is released. See you next time.